I do no harm to myself, my family, my community, other families or communities who live in peace and unity with others. I am protection.
The topic of child sexual abuse can definitely be discouraging and alarming and concerning to a point where it could seem like this is something that's happening all over every day and that it's an impending doom on your child and people that you know. And one of the things that's important to know is that we actually have seen a decline in sexual abuse against children in research and statistics from the 1990s to the 2000s. So there are efforts that are working to prevent sexual abuse against children. Communities are waking up to the issues. Families are reporting more. Children are being more empowered to report when there are situations happening that they feel uncomfortable about beforehand in order to prevent it. But there's also an active movement in law enforcement to identify people who are at risk to the community as sexual abusers, to identify them, to register them, to identify them before they become active in relationships and contact sexual abuses, even when they're on the internet searching for child pornography and things like this. There's such an active movement to identify individuals that have a risk to the community in that way, that we're going to continue, it is my hope that we're going to continue to see a decline in sexual abuse against children. But it is important to know key things to keep your family safe and to keep you informed of what are just some good choices to make as parents regarding caregivers, regarding those who have access to your children, and regarding the way that you deal with situations when sexual abuse has occurred.
Child sexual abuse can destroy children, their families, and their communities. When a child is traumatized by abuse, her mental and emotional life may be altered forever. Her potential talents and skills may go undeveloped. Her contributions to her community and society may be lost to us. Family members working together is the basis of security, well-being, and wealth. If sexual abuse occurs within a family, it is less likely to feel safe, be mentally and emotionally healthy, or work together effectively as a unit to create wealth. What does a community of sexually abused girls and boys, women and men look like? What happens to the trust and the sense of security necessary to have community? How does such a community function together for their social and economic prosperity and well-being? You often hear of Black people being referred to as a community. The word community is related to the phrase common unity. You have common unity because of commonly accepted ideas, laws, and standards of behavior. Black skin alone is not enough to create common unity. Why? If a child's sexual abuser's skin is black, is that still a reason to have common unity with him? Or just because he is a family member, or because he is well liked in the neighborhood, or because he's the leader of a religious or spiritual organization? I think not. Common unity can only truly be based on forward-moving, harm-preventing, and healing laws and standards of behavior. A standard of behavior that says, do good, do no harm. Do good, do no harm to your children, your women, your men. Without laws and standards of behavior of this type, can you really have a common unity? We invite you to go to the gppu.org. Get a copy of the Guiding Principles of Peace and Unity and a copy of its violations. We believe it's a basis for common unity, but using them is your choice. Do good, do no harm.